I call the Culture and Leisure Service Board meeting to order. The announcement is this pandemic advisory. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this meeting is being held virtually by communications media technology. For virtual attendees who wish to participate during the meeting, during public participation portions of the meeting, click the hand icon in the upper right corner of your screen. Turn on, unmute your microphone. Please be patient. Staff will unmute you, advise that you're alive, and ask you to state your name and residence, and you can begin to speak. You have 3 minutes to speak. Please use proper decorum. The council can then choose to respond to your comment and/or move on to the next commenter until all have been heard. If you raise your hand accidentally, clicking again will lower your hand. Clicking multiple times to raise your hand may cause your hand icon to not display properly to staff. Staff will only be monitoring the hand raise function. The questions function will not be monitored. Nina, will you please call the roll?
Joel Fair.
Here.
Timothy Bass.
Here.
Larry Holmes. Absent from meeting, Barbara McPeak. Catherine Parks.
All right, thank you. Has everyone had a chance to review the meetings from the minutes from our last meeting on February? You have public participation. Sorry, thanks. Now is the time for public participation. Do we have any members of the public that would like to participate? Molly, do we have anyone online? No hands are raised. Thank you. All right. We'll move on from public participation to our action items. So everyone had a chance to review the meeting minutes from February 27th, which was our last meeting.
I move that we approve.
I second.
Motion to approve the meeting minutes made by Kathy Parks, seconded by Tim Bass. All in favor? Or Nina, please call the roll.
Joel Fair.
Aye.
Timothy Bass.
Aye.
Catherine Parks.
Aye.
Right. Meeting minutes from February 27th have been approved. And we have one action item on tonight's meeting, and that's to interview our board applicant, Anthony DeVito. Anthony, if you'd like to come up to the stand. Would you mind just beginning by introducing yourself and telling us where you live and how long you've been a resident of Cape Canaveral?
I'm Tony DeVito. Yeah, we live on Canaveral Boulevard for almost 5 years now. Okay. Do you want me to just keep going?
Great, absolutely. Tell us why you're here tonight.
Well, my wife and I believe to really be active in the community. We're both volunteers at Cape Canaveral Hospital. We've done some other work on our own. We were able to get the bicycle rack built, paid for at Cherry Downs, knowing that that's not a city property. But we just like to keep active in it. We live here, and if you don't care, it's not fair. Anyway, I know there's an opening here, and originally when I made the application a couple of years ago, it's hard to put like 1, 2, and 3 because they're all interesting. And then this came available, and I thought I'd introduce it to you all.
Great. Do you enjoy? Do you take advantage of any of the parks currently, and how does that work for you and your wife?
The only park we attend is Cherry Downs, and that's just to ride our bikes down and do our morning or afternoon walk on the beach. We really haven't utilized it that much other than boating over here at the rec center. We're aware of what's going on. We follow it. But
great.
Not hands-on, so to speak.
Okay. Tim, do you have any questions for Tony?
Not other than just what exactly kind of drew you to this board, considering, you live, I think you said on Canaveral Boulevard. So you have a few parks there close to you. When you ride your bike, do you enjoy riding by them and looking at them and seeing people play in them? Is that good for you?
He asked if you enjoyed riding by the parks on your way as you guys ride your bikes.
Yeah, we enjoy living here. The bike trails we enjoy. Like I said, we tried to get that bike rack, and we did finally get one, so that we have a place for the citizens to park their bicycles at Cherry Downs versus tying them up to a tree or a pole. But no, we do. We really enjoy it here. Like I said, been here almost 5 years. Had no plan to move.
Great.
Yeah, no further questions.
I don't think I have anything.
All right. Well, Tony, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming out and wanting to be part of the board and serve the city that way.
Appreciate it.
All right. That's all the action items we have for tonight's meeting. So we'll take staff reports at this time.
I think you want to make a motion, somebody, and vote Tony into the board.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion to vote Tony onto the board.
I'll second.
There's a motion made and seconded to vote Anthony DeVito onto the board. Will you call the roll?
Joel Fair,
4.
Timothy Bass,
4.
Catherine Parks.
4.
It's unanimous.
And just a point of clarification, are we voting him to the board or voting him to be able to go to the city council and be interviewed?
You're recommending to council that they vote and approve Tony into the Culture and Leisure Services Board.
All right, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure we were telling Mr. DeVito the accurate statement. Thank you.
Yeah. Eventually, the council makes the ultimate decision.
So the next city council meeting, that will be an agenda item, and they will approve our recommendation or disapprove our recommendation. All right. Staff reports.
Yeah, and I'll just add about Tony, it's really interesting because we all in one way or another kind of put our money where our mouth is, right? Kathy, you paid gosh knows how much money you paid to play tennis, and Joel, you at Little League and with your time and what you do on your personal time at all the pavilions. But, I was very impressed with Tony that he wanted a bicycle rack at Cherry Down Park. And he saw the other bicycle parks that are going around the city, all the really nice bike racks, How do we get one there? Well, the city doesn't own Cherry Down Park, so it's a tough place to invest any money. And he took it on his own to try to raise funds through some private businesses, and that kind of went. He tried working with the county to get it in there. That went. And finally, he just paid for it. And so, we all have our parks that we like and our facilities, and so when you think of somebody that's willing to I want this amenity for this park, these people in charge won't do it, I'm going to pay for it. That's really impressive. So I was very glad that he wanted to be part of this board. And
Absolutely.
As far as my staff report, I'll try to make it super short in that we're fully engaged in our online software system. It's called RecDesk. It even has a parallel website to the city website. And I'll just say the URL, which is capecanaveral.recdesk.home.com. And that's really neat because now, for example, I'll give you a quick example. On our leagues, you can click on the calendar, on our calendar. Not only will it show you the full array of classes, but it's automated to show you who's playing tennis on Wednesday night, right? What kickball teams are playing. And it's just opened so many avenues for us in that, captains now can not only register their players, but keep up their rosters online through this website. And it does their standings for them. It's just this really neat portal that has opened up everything we do. And so I encourage you guys to look through it because we still do our Recreator, which has a list of all our classes and everything, that's also online. But this rec desk thing, and I think you got to use it by registering for the pavilion. That was pretty easy, right?
Simple.
And you
Very
can
simple.
pay for it online now. I mean, it's just a really neat tool for our department. So that's for me, that was the biggest thing I wanted to catch you guys up on. Molly, would you like to come up here and do a report?
I'm afraid to leave this thing at this point, but I can give you a report from here. One of the things that Gustavo didn't really brag on is that the rec desk program is 100% ADA accessible, to the point where when I started exploring its level of accessibility, it was amazing. I mean, even to the effect of more than just being capable for somebody using a screen reader, but also somebody like myself with dyslexia, or somebody that has color contrast issues. So not only did Gustavo make a good choice with a user-friendly system, but it's also a very accessible one, which is one of the foundations of the city's values with trying to be as inclusive as possible. Beyond that, as Joel can attest, he's got 3 new murals in front of his house. I hope that everybody is enjoying those. I'm hoping that when things are relaxed enough, we can do kind of a proper ribbon cutting for those. He completed them a couple weeks ago, and it was still very much discouraged for having events. But as things slowly start to open up, we'll hopefully be able to get a little bit of press and get people out there to enjoy them. And I'm currently working on a sculpture program. I'm not sure if any of you have frequented the library recently, but they had a vandalism incident a couple months back that resulted in total destruction of their fountain. And instead of replacing it with another fountain, which, as Gustavo can attest, was a little bit of a maintenance nightmare, we're going to make that one location for a rotating sculpture program, and we're going to select a few other locations throughout the city. So as we get closer to that, you guys will definitely hear more about it, and you'll be engaged in helping select some of these sculptures. So that's something to look forward to. And beyond that, the Community and Cultural Affairs Department is just behind the scenes doing a lot of the public outreach and a lot of the IT stuff behind these meetings. And that's really all we've been doing for the past couple months. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll chime in for sure. Definitely got a chance to meet Ivan while he was painting, and that was so cool. He was here for the week and made, dashes and marks on one of them turn into this absolutely amazing astronaut. The color schemes that he was using was fantastic. He met my kids. They were bothering him for the whole week. But it was just amazing to watch that transformation take place. So really excited to be able to see things like that in our city, watch it happen, get to know the people that are doing it, where it's more than it builds relationships. So it was fantastic. So great job to the culture portion, and then leisure services. I mean, lots of exciting things happen with the multi-generational facility. Didn't even bring that one up, but that's awesome. I'm pumped. So, lots to be excited about. The trunk or treat is going to be great. Hoping that, at some point, if we can get some things in place, we could be doing Friday Fest again soon. That would be the hope, so that we can get this community back out together, being the community together. But man, what a great place to be and live. And yeah, it's awesome. So thank you guys for all the hard work. Even if it's a lot of tech stuff right now, Molly, you guys are doing great, so nice work on Ref Desk. You're right. That's a piece of cake. You can go in there, do a couple clicks, put in your information, and reserve stuff. So it's fantastic. I watched checked out who was playing kickball across the street to see which teams those were. So
Yeah,
we do all kinds of stuff. And I wonder, can we incorporate things for informational purposes? I'm always thinking Little League. So, could we have something on there to say, hey, there's a game Friday night, different things where maybe it's
100%.
not city run, but it's still part of the community. And
We can include that.
So,
As a matter of fact, at some point, we can even include Little League into it. But we have to learn it really good first.
right, absolutely. Just a thought, of how do we even begin to build more community
Definitely.
involvement in different things. So, anything else for the team, Kathy or Tim?
Let me ask you one thing. Can we reserve our tennis courts this season?
No,
on there?
not
We
yet.
still do it?
Yeah, it makes the system, sadly, that is one of the things that it doesn't necessarily allow us to do is rent by the hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because on the back end, it would be, we'd have to create every hour for people to be able to click and yeah. But we can still reserve them, old school way. And we do.
Don't do that.
Because it does show, we do put reserved on there when they are reserved. So on Thursdays, the Island girls come and play. So whenever they have their home games there, then we put reserve on them. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything other than just apologizing for whatever technical issues are going on. I don't know if it was my end or y'all's end at first, but I appreciate you bearing with me. And it sounds like we got a lot of really good stuff going on, and I've loved running in the mornings besides watching the new murals come up. It's been an amazing process. So great job.
One other thing that I'm thinking about is to the maintenance staff that's keeping up with all the parks in a time where people can't gather indoors and creating spaces for people to have community outdoors. You guys are doing a great job. So give all of those folks our thanks, because they're doing an awesome job.
They indeed. Yes, sir.
Anybody have anything else for the board?
No, like you said, the multi-generational, the contract was signed at the last city council meeting. It was a rough go at it. It was a split vote, but it passed, and they're finalizing the contract, and hopefully everything's on track, and we can hopefully start construction by November is kind of the target as of right now, sometime in November.
Great.
Yeah.
And then,
And anecdotally, by the way, here's what I'll say. Aaron was on site yesterday because it was the first night of kickball. And he approached some families about it just to see if they knew. He said he spoke to 4 families on site. They all knew about the project and couldn't wait for the project to start. So, everybody has a different view on the whole project and what's going on.
thank you. All right, if no one has anything for the board, I'd move to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
There we go.
Perfect. Nina, will you call the roll?
Joel Fair,
4.
Timothy Bass,
4.
Catherine Parks.
4.
All right. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks. It was awesome hearing y'all's voice again.
It's good talking to you, Tim.
All right, have a good one.
You too.